From the time I get up, there's no sitting around reading the paper. I mean, I'm drinking coffee while I'm working. We're busy. And I'm either on the road or I've got my hands buried in a water heater, or I'm meeting with a facilities manager or discussing what needs to be done. My name is Barton. I'm the owner-operator of a company called Bartex Services. Our whole footprint of our business is ASP and National Account hot water work.
And can you tell me what ASP stands for?
Authorized Service Provider. We're south of Fort Worth in Barton, Texas, and we cover the whole DFW Metroplex, and then some.
So Casey, why did you decide to become a plumber?
I don't think I decided. I think plumbing decided I was going to do it. My father was a plumber. Going to school after high school was not a good option for me. He needed help, so just immediately out of high school, I went to work for him. And then just worked for him for many years till he finally got sick and passed away.
How were you trained?
It's all old school of hard knocks. There was no schooling. I mean, my father was a good teacher, but he was a different kind of teacher, but he also had a partner who was very old school, and he loved taking the time to teach you how to do things the right way. You know, he was a very patient teacher. We became very close, and as much as I learned from my father, I really think I learned more from him.
How old were you when you became a journeyman?
21. To be at the top of our game and to be a top contractor for these manufacturers, we needed to know their product. We needed to know their changes. We needed to know the new technology that was coming out. When we shifted gears into the hot water sector, and that's where we were going to stay, every time training was available, I stopped and took it. Even if we thought we knew what we were doing, there was always more for us to learn.
How many employees do you have?
All in all, everybody that rides around in a truck with a Bartex name on it would be about 6 people. This is basically my time machine. When I look in the mirror, that's what we see. That's the past. These are the things that we've done, things we've learned from. Sitting right here in this seat, this is our present. This is what we're dealing with right now. And what we see out ahead of us on the road, that's our future. And that's how we look at it every day.
Who is Lily, and what's her role here?
She plays a huge role. She dispatches for us. She helps keep our books. She plays a customer service role. She speaks Spanish, which is huge for us. She's just very, very good with the customers.
Do you have any good customer stories?
I think the one that probably touched me the most is we went out to a little lady's house. Her water heater was just trash. She had a house full of disabled kids. She had no money. And I'm thinking, and she actually called this in under a warranty call. And I'm thinking, man, I don't want my name nowhere on this thing. But I felt so bad for her. I said, look, give me one more day. So I came back to my shop. I dug up a good clean used burner, a new gas valve. I basically just, there's not much to it, but still rebuilt her water heater, cleaned it up, made it safe, fixed her venting for her, made it safe. And she just looked at me with her head kind of, she said, how much do I owe you? I said, you don't owe me anything. You know, I said, I don't feel right about charging you for this because really I should have just walked away from this heater, period. I said, but I just didn't want to, but I don't want your money. So she thanked me, and as I'm leaving, she comes out to the truck and she's crying. And she says, please take this $20. And I said, ma'am, I don't want it. She said, no, please take it. So it had me crying. And I said, you know, and she said, well, can I hug you next? I said, yes, ma'am, you can. So I think that, and I've had others like that, but I think that particular one will probably always stick with me because I just didn't have the heart to leave her hanging. We do some work for the general public, but probably 80% of our work is ASP work for Rheem, for L. Smith, for Bradford, for Ruud, for IntelliHot. We started out with State. The next contract we landed was with Rheem. And then we landed one with L. Smith, and L. Smith and State joined. You know, getting the contract was easy, but getting the referrals was not. You know, you're at the bottom of the list. Over the years now, we're at the top of the list of every single manufacturer we work for. Overall, it's been good to us over the years. So now we You know, we probably repair, I don't think if I'm exaggerating at all if I say between residential, commercial, and tankless and some boiler work, we service 2,000 plus water heaters a year.
So what's the goals for your business? What do you want to achieve over the next 5 to 10 years?
And let this company do for me what I've done for it for the last 30 years. Let it make me a living without me having to work so hard. What we do is extremely important. Even on the hot water side, we have to make sure it's safe. I love what I do. I think it's just a sense of accomplishment because sometimes it's difficult, sometimes the people are difficult, but at the end of the day, what we actually do, we love what we do. And when we leave, we know we tried our best. So, and that's all that matters. If you know you did the very best you could, that's all I can ask you to do.